the explorer. At 10, his family moved to a bigger row house in northeast Philly. No longer rooming with his older brother, he was free to investigate the radio without quarrel. Near the end of the dial, he found a classical station. His interest peaked. He began tuning in regularly, often listening through the night, until the fourth of Beethoven's Fifth took hold of his soul and ushered him into a sustained passion for the great composers. He started taking the subway to free monthly concerts at the Philadelphia Academy of Music. There, keen in his seat, with the orchestra before him, he was a sonic adventurer in pursuit of the next grand crescendo, the next earth-shaking finale. As a teenager, his curiosity expanded from sound to the solar system. An introductory astronomy text called Stars found its way into his hands, and the information on celestial bodies sent his imagination into orbit. Soon, secondhand descriptions weren't enough, so he saved money from odd jobs for a telescope through which he could validate Jupiter's 4 moons and Saturn's many rings with his own 2 eyes. Around the same time, he happened upon a second book, the one that would most decisively focus his inquiring temperament, Lemkin's Chemistry. Its pages described the visual magic of certain chemical reactions, which quickly converted him from armchair tourist to young experimental chemist. He was in the basement precipitating colors or heating ammonium chloride to see it smoke like crazy. Or out on the front sidewalk, igniting test tubes packed with flammable powder and attached to train set wheels to make mini rockets that left major potholes when the mixture proved too flammable. Because there was so much knowledge available, organic chemistry was the perfect subject to satiate an intellectual appetite. So he continued digesting it into adulthood with a fellowship at Penn, a ph.d., and a career in research and development. There were also personal experiments with lysergic acid diethylamide along the way, some internal chemical exploration, an inquisitive mind is a gateway drug. Music, science, psychedelics. Their unifying allure was the charged anticipation of what awaited in the next moment. The rush of dramatic unfolding. The promise of new and ever more curving pathways of experience. I hope that his journey through fatherhood was as formative and affecting, like it is being his son. Ladies and gentlemen, my father is here this evening, the explorer himself, Dr. Robert M. Graff. And I concur. And for those who don't know, he's partially responsible for half the art in this room. Because when I was little, to amuse the 5-year-old me, my dad drew a face on the inside bottom of a large water thermos that he used for tennis. And when you looked inside the empty container, you could see a long, swollen horizontal slit at the end where the halves of the plastic mold came together in the factory. And my dad took a pencil and drew 2 little black circles above that slit, now a mouth, and my imagination was triggered. The resulting expression was weird and sort of cute and mildly foreboding all at the same time. That simple, neutral water bottle became a sentient oddity for me to compose an entertaining backstory. And I've been at it ever since, finding unexpected narratives and messages in the ordinary details around me.